Let's do it.
The action in this one is bigger than I think the last two.
Rio's fun for tuner bells. It's kind of a car film lover's fantasy in some ways.
I've always told people cars and good-looking girls, that translates real well. I don't care where you're from in the world.
As far as the rest of the vehicles at the Tuner Bale, the cars are a little different in South America. BMWs are popular. Ford Mavericks, of all things, are very popular in Brazil. Honda actually drives a Maverick. That's his Rio car.
I think we've done really well with car casting. The cars that we're featuring have the most credibility and that are the most viable given what we're putting them through.
They wanted a car that would be like his local Rio car. Something that wasn't expensive, wasn't flashy, but it still had to have a cool factor.
A lot of the cars that you see had to be worked in for a story reason. I remember telling Paul, you're going to be able to drive a Porsche, and I just saw the smile on his face.
I'm a Porsche nut, really. That's one that commands a lot of respect. I think, you know, to be able to drive it fast around the track. It's just kind of understood that that's one of the more difficult platforms to really master. It's so fast, and it defies all physics, but that's the beauty of it.
The Gurkha looked great. It really fit the Rock's character. We've really abused that vehicle hard, put it through its paces, and it keeps on going.
It is a badass, absurdly large vehicle. It was a fun vehicle to drive. We can't get to 60 in 3.2 seconds in it, but once it gets going, it's pretty powerful.
Dwayne is a huge guy, and anything less than the Gurkha would look silly. It would look like a clown car.
I can appreciate the fast cars and Fast and Furious, but at the end of the day, I'll take that Gurkha. That Gurkha will crush those cars in a second. May not be able to catch them, but if it ever does, you're done.
We steal some police cars to perform this heist, and we all look over at each other and like whose driving skills are gonna top the other guy.
I got 100,000 says I can take you all to the next quarter mile.
And what better way to do it than to put them in the exact same car?
Let's make it $1 million.
If everything's equal, who's gonna win?
Don't cheat this time.
Gotta let that go. This is the first Fast and Furious that both Paul and I are driving the same car, the Dodge Charger.
There's some money on the line, but it's more about the pride, and we go for it.
And of course, it's very appropriate for Roman to be the only one putting on his lights.
Yeah! Right, because I'm the first one in, baby. I'm like a firefighter. I'm ready to go. Guns is blazing, lights is blazing, and it's going down.
Don't make it too easy for me, boys.
It's always fun to see, but core of it is Brian and Vin's character have always, in every movie, battle who's going to win the race.
Not this time, dog.
At the end of the day, they can have all the money in the world. They're still just two guys who want to go out and just race.
Gotta want it, Brian.
Kind of has like that dirt track, circle track NASCAR look combined with, you know, a modern four-door Charger. So I think it definitely has some attitude to it. I was totally pleased with the way the car came out.
Let's go. Legend, car for car.
But that monster has never seen a set of taillights.
Vin Diesel definitely likes the Charger. And we made some changes. The blower was removed because now he's trying to operate in a low-profile fashion and has that weather look as though it's driven all the way to South America, but it's still the same car.
Dom uses that Charger as though it's really a part of him, an extension of him.
I always try to get the right character in the right car, and usually their character is somewhat close to who they really are, one way or another. As with the last one, we're of course bringing back the favorite Charger. Unfortunately, we killed most of them in Fast and Furious 4. This is one of two that actually survived. This is basically what we start with when we buy a Charger. This is actually a clean one compared to the other ones that we bought, but you know, it's really just a bare shell. We completely stripped everything out of the car, front to rear. Wiring, fuel system, powertrain, everything goes, I won't say the trash, because some of the parts are valuable, but turns from this to that, like I say, in a very, very short time.
When they showed us the new Dodge Charger, we're like, that's going to work, because we've always been kind of the American brand cars and the tuner cars, and it's been a mix of those cultures.
You can literally do anything, especially an American muscle.
Vin and Paul are driving two police cars that they've camouflaged to not look like police cars.
from the state that they are, going from sort of civil police cars to the matte black look, it was a question of how much cosmetic work would these guys have actually done, how much detail would they have gone into. But there had to be a slightly sort of stylized version, clearly changed from police cars, so just pulling the decals off of police cars and not spraying them black and retaining the white wouldn't have looked particularly interesting. So just decided to make them all matte black, to make them really brutal and sort of masculine, if you like. And they look fearsome as well. When we actually photoshopped them up, there's clearly no other color to go for other than black.
The design of the car, you know, I think we went with the matte black. It matches actually this bike that I had as a kid that I got made fun of all the time. It was a banana seat bike that my parents got me. And to be able to use that color and put it in our final action sequence, it means a lot to me to be able to bring that back. And then at the same time, it